Today, join us for Embarkation Day as we board the beautiful Disney Wonder for the second time this year in Vancouver for an altogether different cruise. We shall be spending 10 nights aboard her as we head to Hawaii. So, with that said, let's make our way to Canada Place to pick up the action. Good morning and welcome to Vancouver. If you haven't already, be sure to check out last week's episode, which was our travel day to Vancouver and our one full day here in town. But today, we are going to be sailing on the Disney Wonder on her last sailing of the season to Honolulu, which is really exciting because if you saw some of our earlier videos from a month or so back, we sailed on the Disney Wonder to Alaska on the very first sailing of the season for 2024. So we're excited to have that kind of symmetry with sailing on the very last sailing of the season. So with that being said, let's go ahead and make our way over to Canada Place to go ahead and get checked in. We're staying outside the city at an airport hotel for this trip. Typically, this journey takes approximately 25 to 30 minutes to the port. Pro tip number 1 is be sure on the sailing days to allow for extra time. This journey took a little over an hour to get to Canada Place. Welcome to Canada Place. We were dropped off on the lower level where our luggage was collected, then made our way upstairs to the conference halls where we were checked in. Once we had successfully checked in, we made our way back to the lower level to go through security and immigration before waiting for our boarding number to be called to board the ship. Boarding a Disney cruise ship is truly magical, and there's always a sense of occasion from the moment you step on board. As you enter the atrium, a cast member announces your arrival with a warm and cheerful welcome, setting the stage for what will be a memorable cruise experience filled with Disney's signature hospitality and magic. Pro tip number 2, be sure to attend the onboard dining session if you weren't able to secure any adult-only dining reservations before sailing, or if you need to change your assigned dining time. This is the perfect opportunity to adjust your plans and make the most of your dining experience. On our sailing, this session was conveniently located at the French Quarter Lounge, making it easy to stop by and get everything sorted. Don't miss out on your chance to enjoy those exclusive dining experiences. If you know us by now, we prefer heading to the table service restaurant for lunch instead of the buffet on Embarkation Day. Just as we did on our Alaskan cruise, today's lunch was served at Tiana's Place. It's always a more relaxed and enjoyable way to start the cruise with great food and service, setting the tone for the days ahead. Tiana's Place on the Disney Wonder is a lively New Orleans themed dining experience inspired by The Princess and the Frog. The vibrant atmosphere, jazz music and southern inspired dishes make it a standout dining option on board. You'll be treated to live entertainment including appearances by Tiana herself as you enjoy a menu filled with flavorful Cajun and Creole dishes. If you missed our Alaskan cruise series where we dined at Tiana's Place for the first time, be sure to click the link in the description below to check it out. You'll notice over the coming episodes that many of the menu items are quite similar if not the same as what we had on our previous Alaskan cruise. One thing we loved this time was a special touch from our server. They added a Mickey ice cream bar to my sundae as a surprise. It was such a thoughtful and magical gesture, making the dining experience even more memorable. Pro tip number 3, while most guests are busy boarding and grabbing a bite to eat, it's often the perfect time to head over to guest services if you need to add any onboard credit to your account. It's quick, easy, and a great way to avoid the lines later on. Be sure to subscribe and like this video, as we'll be posting an episode soon where we share our top tips for saving money on a Disney cruise. You won't want to miss it. It's time to check out our stateroom. A little tip we've picked up over the years: avoid the midship lifts if you can, as they tend to be the busiest. Instead, we often use the forward or aft elevators, which are usually quieter and make getting around the ship much easier. This way, we can get to our room and start settling in without the crowds. We're in the same category stateroom as we had on our last cruise, a 5C deluxe ocean view stateroom with a veranda. Interestingly, this room is just 7 staterooms further forward on deck 6 compared to our previous stateroom. It's always nice to have that familiar layout while still enjoying a slightly different view of the ocean. This stateroom includes all the amenities and features we've come to know and love from a Disney cruise, from the comfortable bedding and spacious layout to the convenient storage options and well-appointed bathroom. It's designed for relaxation and convenience. Plus, having the veranda is a fantastic perk, allowing us to enjoy the fresh ocean air and stunning views right from our own room. It's the perfect home away from home during our cruise. We love the views that Canada Place has to offer, even when the weather doesn't fully cooperate. There's something mesmerising about watching the seaplanes arrive and depart, framed by the low-hanging clouds clinging to the mountaintops. It adds a dramatic touch to the scenery, creating a unique atmosphere that perfectly captures the essence of Vancouver's coastal beauty. Whether the skies are clear or overcast, the view is always captivating. Well, we're on a cruise, so after completing the mandatory safety drill, we treat ourselves to a quick snack and some ice cream. Of course, we can't forget the obligatory sail-away drink in a souvenir cup to celebrate the beginning of our adventure. It's a fun way to kick off the cruise experience before heading to the sail-away party, where we can fully embrace the excitement of setting sail. Cheers to new memories on the horizon. With the sail away party behind us, we make our way to the aft of the ship to bid farewell to Vancouver. It's the perfect spot to soak in the stunning views of Stanley Park as we set sail. The lush greenery of the park contrasts beautifully with the city skyline, creating a picturesque backdrop. As we sail under the bridge, we can't help but feel a sense of adventure and excitement for the journey ahead. The sights are truly breathtaking, making this moment unforgettable. This time, we chose to stand at the rear of the ship during departure, and it was much quieter than the front. From here, we could still take in the incredible views while avoiding the crowds. As we sailed away, we noticed a lot of people gathered on the cliff top to wave goodbye to the Disney Wonder. It's always amazing to see how much attention a Disney cruise ship attracts, drawing out the crowds of onlookers to send us off on our journey. With our departure behind us, our pro tip number 4, be sure to collect your complimentary charms. If you're sailing to Caribbean ports, these are often available at Diamonds International stores in the ports. On an itinerary like this one, however, you can pick them up from the Diamonds International location on board the ship. Make sure to also attend the free onboard seminar to receive a complimentary chain as well. It's a great way to snag some fun, free souvenirs during your trip. It's time for dinner, and our first night takes us back to Tiana's place. On this 10-night cruise, we'll be dining at each of the main restaurants 3 times, with one of the restaurants getting a 4th visit. We're also excited to have one dinner reservation at Paulo, the adults-only restaurant, for a special dining experience. Be sure to click the notification bell so you don't miss the upcoming video when we dive into our Paulo experience. A highlight of tonight's dinner was the Kahlua creme brulee. This decadent dessert featured a perfectly caramelized sugar crust that cracked beautifully with each spoonful. Underneath was a rich velvety custard infused with the smooth coffee-like flavor of Kahlua, adding a subtle depth to the creamy base. It was the perfect balance of sweetness and boldness, making it a standout treat to end the meal. That brings us to the end of Embarkation Day. Be sure to join us next time as we dive into all the fun and relaxation that comes with 5 sea days before our first port of call. From onboard activities to special dining experiences, you won't want to miss it. See you next time.